Hello, everybody.
Father Hines and his great band playing for you from the new Grand Terrace on Chicago's Great South Side. Get ready now for 30 minutes of Super Jive in the Father Hines style. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Yeah, that's... Hey, Mona. Hey, Larry, Chris, Karen, and Sarah. Hey, Julius. Hey, Nancy in Denver. All you assorted Mysterians. Hey, Mom. Hey, Gladys. Hey, Betsy. Hey, Vicky and Tracy. Hey, Georgia. Chicken. What chicken? Hey, Bob. Hey, Dina. Hey, Carol. Hey, everybody. Hey, Sarah. They took the kids back. Good for them. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Masha. Hey, Gary. Hey, Octavio. Hey, Lynn. Did I just see a cat here? Yeah, here we go. Hey, Miles. There we go. Yeah. Say hi to everybody, Miles. Whoa. Down you get. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome along to a quick morning mini tour. Still from home. It's still pretty cold outside. I thought it was going to be a little warmer today. It is not. Not yet, anyway. Here we go, Miles. Morning, Grandma Bell. Aw. Hey, Miles. Aw, good shake. Morning, everybody. Yeah, Ghost and Mr. Chicken. You know, the first time I heard Tom Waits' Big Time album, I described it as though a Muppet got drunk and sang and made up words to the Ghost and Mr. Chicken soundtrack, which I still think is a wonderful idea for music.
That's what you call a powerhouse coda. Yeah, Earl Father Hines carries on now and presents Leroy Harris to sing Teacher's Pet.
Give it just another minute or so here. I managed to get my root canal yesterday, at least one of them. They didn't schedule me for two. Jaw's still a little bit sore, but it's all right. It's all good. Yeah, Laura in Vegas. Yeah, it was still a little too chilly to be outside filming stuff today. Plus, I gotta give a ride in a minute. Miles, Daddy's gotta do a tour here. Thank you for avoiding the keyboard at least. Hey, everybody. Okay, so all right, welcome along, everybody. I'm Adam from Mysterious Chicago Tours. It's another morning mini tour from home on account of it is really cold outside, to the point where I'm not really sure the phone would function quite properly. So, tomorrow night, I figured since it's this cold, it's a perfect time to do a virtual boat tour. So tomorrow night, our regular Thursday night tour is going to be a virtual boat ride. It may not be one the next week. I will be in New York next week, so I don't think it'll be a Thursday night tour next week. So this one will be the virtual boat tour. It's balls out cold outside right now, but it doesn't matter on a virtual tour. So I thought for the morning today, we would just do a sample for anybody new around here of what it's like when we do a virtual boat ride. All right, so just kind of gonna pick at random here a portion of the tour. Here we are on leg 2. We'll skip ahead. Oh, we have skipped right ahead to Gateway 1 and Gateway 2, a couple of Skidmore, Borings, and Merrill joints from the 1960s. This is some architecture that is black box modernism from the 1960s, the style we generally associate with Ludwig Mies van der Rohe, very plain black boxes. Skidmore, Borings, and Merrill were so enamored of Mies van der Rohe's style and his philosophy that Frank Lloyd Wright used to call them the three blind mice. But in a really good Mies building or a Mies style building like these, there is a certain elegance. You can never see the seams, you can never see the screws. And when I was a kid, this is what I thought of when I thought skyscrapers. They still look modern now after 60 years, which can't always be said for even things like this Gateway number 3, which shows Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill veering into the very early jobs of postmodernism, which is where they took modernism and said, why don't we try some different colors? Why don't we bend things around a little bit? And in this case, why don't we try something other than a plain black box and instead made an architecturally uninspiring plain white box? Just beyond that, there is this one that when this was opened, the Chicago Tribune described it as like a small black box heavily strapped with steel cables, as though it were holding in something volatile, something that had to be contained or else it would explode. Which is a fairly good description. This was a commodities trading place when it was open. People would have been like yelling and screaming at each other over oat, corn, and barley deals. You know, we just went under Adams Street, which is named after me. We're about to go under it. Should be an apostrophe, I keep saying. So this design element on the building up here, this used to be a plain beige or like tan slab over the building covering the elevator shaft. It was known in the Chicago Reader as conspicuously dull. Finally, the owners decided they wanted to do something with it, so they added this map of the Chicago River with that little red box that is the "You Are Here" portion, and instantly raised the profile of the building. It's Chicago Architecture Center, I think, still doesn't like people talking about it because it's not core. It's not architecturally inspiring, but everybody does it anyway. Over here is Gateway number 4, veering a little more into postmodernism. As postmodernism went on, it got to be all about the glass. All about the glass. So we'll move down here just a little bit more underneath the bridge towards the old Chicago post office. One thing I have not been able to find, I swear I had it once, was an article about landing autogyros on the roof. They were going to use autogyros that, I did find one about testing it, but there was one that said it was a little more common, that they would pick up mail here at the old post office on autogyros and then fly out to the airport with the mail. Now I could not, when I tried to find that article again, I could not do it. But I know I've seen it once. There's at least a test where they had tested landing autogyros there in helicopters to go all the way down to the post office. The whole thing was built to be as fast as the post office could be. It's looking a lot better now. Now that it's all cleaned up and fixed up, it looks much more like the Art Deco style that we've always... For the longest time when I was first doing this, before it had been fixed up, I would feel like, yeah, this is Art Deco. You're going to have to trust me on this one, but that's Art Deco. And off in the distance, a little bit of River City. Now, since this was filmed, there are a lot more buildings up here. It's a little bit out of date now. Of course, the new buildings they've put in are not that inspiring anyway, so, How much further did I film here? All the way past. And them smokestacks reaching like the arms of God into the beautiful sky of soot and clay. This is a Graham Anderson Probst and White power station. Still provides steam and heat to a couple of buildings nearby, though I've never actually seen smoke coming out of the smokestacks. Maybe that's just not how it works anymore. But built along Art Deco stylings, it's got the streamlined verticality and the simple geometric art that we generally associate with Art Deco. They built this the same year they were building things like the Merchandise Mart. So that, everybody, is pretty much how a virtual boat tour for Mysterious Chicago works. If you want to see more of it, just tune in tomorrow. I don't want to spoil too much of it today. So tomorrow night, 8 p.m. right here in Mysterious Chicago, we will do the full virtual edition of a Chicago boat tour. And yeah, that smokestack, nobody ever goes in there, and nobody ever comes out. Up the airy mountain, down the rushing glen, we dare not go a-hunting for fear of little men. All right. So thanks a lot for joining me, everybody, for another quick morning mini tour today before I go off and give some more rides. So thank you very much for joining me. I've got my jaw's still a little bit sore from the root canal, so I'm not going to talk too much. What do you mean chicken? Oh, this chicken. This is Camilla. Camilla is a warmie. They're selling these things at the understudy. You put them in the microwave and they warm up. So they're very popular items over at the understudy. So thanks a lot for joining me, everybody. I'm Adam from Mysterious Chicago Tours. This is my little tribute to Anderson Punch, the Chicago Chicken Man, who was seen on Maxwell Street and all over town playing accordions with dancing chickens on his head. Came to Chicago when he was into his 70s, born in Louisiana in the 1870s, and was still performing on his 100th birthday. So thanks a lot for joining me, everybody. I'm Adam from Mysterious Chicago Tours. From me and Miles and Camilla, stay spooky, everybody, and stay warm.